Well, I've been working as a welder actually for 58 years, right out of high school. My dad had the business, and so I naturally went to work for him, not knowing how long I'd be here, but turned out I'm still here 58 years ago. Throughout the years, started out, my dad did all kind of steel fabricating, welding, and plumbing and heating. Of course, it was the old time days, hand pumps, a lot of different types of equipment. But my dad did it all, and so my brother was in the business as well. So Dad and my brother did a lot of plumbing and heating in homes, new homes, old homes. And I always stayed in the shop and did welding, and so we were all together as a family unit. And but I was mostly in the shop. Once in a while, I'd go out and help on a house when they needed somebody to lift something heavy. They called it me. But anyhow, that went on for a good many years, and eventually we quit the plumbing and heating services, and we've been selling plumbing and heating goods for years, and that's what we do now. My brother mostly does the plumbing and heating sales, although I do it too, but I'm mostly doing the welding, fabricating, and the steel sales. We have a small steel warehouse, and we do really sell a lot of steel for a small company. Dad started the business in the late 30s. He was just a young man. Before I was born, he started the business. He was 1 mile from here, down in the town of Lewisberry. And so in 1942, he bought this lot here from the Robertson farm, and he built a home and a garage, and in 1943 I was born in the home. I tell everybody I was born in the U.S., and they say the United States. I know, upstairs. I was born in the upstairs of this house, and so Dad worked out of the little car garage here for a lot of years, till 1955. And in 1955, he built this shop as we see it now, and went to work here. Of course, after high school, I started in right around 1960, and been here ever since. I didn't really want to be a welder. There was nothing about wanting to be, but being around my dad, he was always welding, and I had to work somewhere, so I just started with Dad right out of high school. I helped him when I was a young kid. I was around him even grade school and all. But whenever I got out of high school, I started working with Dad, and stayed here all this time. Probably most is all the different things that take place. I like a lot of my customers or friends, and I like seeing them day after day. And the job always, there's always something new. Some of it is boring, same stuff over. But a lot of things are new. Almost every day there's something new and interesting that comes in. Well, the hardest part now is getting older, and my work is heavy work. The hardest part is really handling steel. And I really see a difference. Just in the last year, it's been difficult. Joints is a big problem, that's for sure. It's hard on your muscles and almost every joint in your back. And it's although my eyes have been fairly good, welding in general is an occupation that's not easy on your eyes. But I've been fortunate and haven't had real much trouble with that. You know, it's going to take someone who was, I think, brought up knowing how to work hard to even want to get into it. There's an awful lot that you would have to do to get started in the business, but you've got to be willing to work hard and also get dirty. It's not a real glamorous job. it's a job that's kind of demanding, and if you like working hard and you don't mind all the things you get into, then it'd be fine. I think it would be easier if it was a family that had a business, or you had a father that did the same thing, you know. Well, it's unique, it's old-fashioned. We've never got into any modern technology. There's no computers. We've been here for almost 80 years. And it's just a family-run business that has not changed all those years. We still use a tackle box for our money box, no cash registers or computers. So I think that in itself is unique. We do things, you know, on a handshake yet. There's no contracts, anything. It's all worded. You trust somebody to follow through what they said they wanted, and so everybody just tries to be honest and do the old-fashioned way. Well, this morning I was threading a bunch of pipes for a family in Wellsville who was putting in an oil tank. So they needed the vent pipes and the fill pipes. So we do pipe cutting and threading. So I worked on that for those folks. And I have another customer who has a small farm tractor, and I was working on a bracket that bolts onto his hitch bar, and for a 3-point hookup. It's so he can hook up different pieces of equipment and lift them up without going through much work. All he has to do is remove one attachment and hook it to the new piece. So I was doing that. And then I was cutting steel pins for another customer for a big Christmas display. There's some people here at Lewisburg that has a Christmas display that you wouldn't believe, and they were adding to it. Every year they add to it. And I was cutting pins to, I think it was to install 10 angels or something onto the property now.